Alright, stream's going. I gotta figure out a way to turn... Oh, nope. That took me 1 second to figure out how to turn off Paul's camera.
Where's that music?
It's there. I just restarted it.
I'm hearing it.
Whoa.
Hmm?
Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
I hear music.
No.
I hear music.
I hear it.
Dan.
I don't hear it, man. I don't know what to say.
F5.
I don't hear it.
Oh, Benny Blanco. F5 that shit.
I don't hear it. There it is. I got it.
Beautiful. Let's begin.
The twin feeds from the satellites have gone dark. Kadofi doesn't have time to worry about the implications of that. Two teams from some unknown but well-funded noble are advancing on the mansion. He's jumping from feed to feed, trying to spot even a slight bit of movement amongst his trees, when the southeastern quadrant registers a breach. Before Kadofi can even devote any resources to the incursion, he feels more than he hears the percussive blasts of the PNV wreaking havoc elsewhere in the mansion. All of the Glitch Doctor's senses are hooked up via the Mecha Dreadlock into the security systems, so it's just as well that he isn't currently having to dial down his internal audio dampeners. He disables the mansion's rear gun safety mechanisms and makes sure that they're firing full auto on anything that moves. The front guns have spotted a target moving rapidly towards the house. He quickly changes feed to assume direct control of the weapons as he sees his faithful, mechanical familiar Ojin scurrying towards the mansion's front entrance. Thank the Maker, his reactions were quick enough to stop the guns before they sent any more lead downfield. The spindly spider skittered through the front door, shutting and locking it behind him as more shapes cautiously emerged from the tree line. The autoguns on the front of the house made sure their presence had been noted. Gunshots continued to echo through the mansion as Paul dealt with whatever intruders managed to gain entry. Klaxons! All systems red. Major breach recorded. The front gate had been leveled. Some heavily armored vehicle had driven right through the damn thing. Audio sensors from outside were registering a constant honking amongst the background chaos erupting through the rest of the city. Before long, a big, boxy shape could be seen barreling down the main drive. The mercenaries storming the compound were apparently not part of this latest assault. The windows of the garishly painted vehicle were rolled down and las bolts and muzzle flashes filled the darkness. The house autoguns opened up on both sets of assailants, and the mercs, caught in the crossfire, were quickly cut down. The van unceasingly bore down on the house, and the autoguns having little effect on its armored carapace. Kadofi sounded the alert over the general speaker system to bring Castle into the fold, his intruders apparently having been dealt with. With a crash, the van smashed through the front facade of the mansion as Paul dragged a barely conscious and bloody body into the control room, locking the door behind him. This is where we pick up, gents. So, Paul and Kyle, you guys are in the Curiosity Chimera, which just blasted through the entire front of the goddamn mansion. Wholesale. No front door,
no...
no...
the building?
Yes, yeah, you guys didn't stop out front and were like, knock knock, who's home? You guys just...
I knew we blew through the gate. I didn't realize we blew through the mansion.
Yeah, you guys just smashed right through the front of the house.
Man.
All right, well, then if we're in character, Kadofi would immediately, like, if that thing just came through the house, he would probably disengage, he's probably going to keep a super close eye on it and try and keep a low profile. I was going to say he might just straight up hide, but he's going to watch what's going on right now first.
I mean, you see where you guys are in this house.
Yeah, I'm assuming the fucking thing is right here.
Yeah, that's where the Chimera is.
All right, Kadofi's going to bolt, like, run over and just bolt his own door, the closest one to get in.
Okay, so you've got Paul in there with you. Actual Paul. Not this Paul.
Right. Dimitri Paul. Or isn't that Dimitri?
That's Dimitri. He's still strapped to whatever chair is over there. But okay. Paul has dragged somebody else into... Castle has dragged somebody else into this room that's just barely clinging to life. They're obviously still alive, but not by much.
I'm gonna say like, Castle, someone has breached the entrance.
He holds up. He's got the guy by the scruff, right? And he kind of hauls them up, and he's like, "I know, they've been dealt with."
Aren't we talking about the tank?
Yeah. Well, he came in from this side on the left.
Oh, okay, so I'll just be like, no, there is a tank that has breached the entrance.
The tank. Feel like I would have noticed a tank out there.
Close the doors. Bury them.
So he like grabs a chair or some tables and stuff from elsewhere in the room and starts to like push them up against the door and just make some sort of a barricade between.
Just wait. Stay quiet. I'm gonna watch the video feeds.
So, how'd we let a tank get in here? I thought you were watching the front.
Yes, well, unfortunately, the autoguns couldn't deal with a fully armored vehicle.
I figured you'd have some kind of thing planned up here. I'm disappointed in you, Gaddafi. Thought you were better than this. He takes out a glow stick and lights it.
Castle, not now.
Did you just take the glow stick out of his hand?
I slapped it out of his hand, yeah.
He looks at where it's like smoldering on the ground, unblinkingly stares back at you, and then just taps the shotgun at his side. He goes, "That's strike 3. You don't get... No. This is important. You don't get to do that again. You know how many of these I got? Like 4. 4, Katofi! We're going over to you guys who just busted through the front door in the Curiosity Chimera. You guys got a taste of action on the way in. Got to fire some rounds at the mercs who were trying to storm the compound. You think you've got them all, but I mean, you can't really be too sure. The totally not Shaggy in the front seat seems a little bit shaky.
Shaggy shaky?
He's shaky.
Alright.
So you guys, the doors of the armored Chimera slide open, and the Cyber Mastiff is released from his little harness. And he bounds off into the mansion, straight, like, if you come through this front door. You guys are all on the same map as me right now?
I'm not sure. Looking right here.
Yeah.
Zoom in a little bit. Zoom in.
So I will find my thing for the van. It's like buried way down there.
Oh yeah, the Buick van.
Whoa, it got a little squished. A little bit squished when it tried to... It's also larger than that. Oh my god, the stupid... The like little icons for... I can't rotate the van.
Oh, trust me, I know all about Roll20 frustrations.
There we go. The little icons that were like the green, red, and blue were in the way. Anyway, there's the van. The Cyber Mastiff bounds off this way through the house.
And which room are Kodofi and Castle in? Because I see them in separate spots right now.
Where do you see? Where's Castle?
Castle's down here.
He's in the
southern circular room.
Oh, thank you. I've been trying to figure out where he is. Anyway, you guys are in here. Sorry. There's a lot of bodies over this way, I think. Oh, that's an auto gun. Good, that's what I wanted to grab. Anyway, what's the plan with you dudes?
Okay, so we didn't see any... As far as we know, there's no fire going on right now. We don't hear anything.
Right, that's right.
All right, so Wesley is going to step out slowly and laboriously. And he's going to step out into, I guess, like, just the center of the hall and call out. Gaddafi?
I'm gonna hear that. Like,
Castle.
I'm gonna click on the the internal speakers here and just go, Wesley, is that you?
Yes, where are you?
We are somewhere hidden right now. Who are you with? What is this tank?
I'm with the Inquisition.
The real Inquisition.
The real Inquisition.
The driver, who is the not Freddy, looks at you questioningly.
Oh, praise the Emperor.
So I'm gonna look at the driver and tell him,
We're also Inquisition.
and
you know, that's a bit of a big claim to be making here, especially now. You think maybe you would have told us before if that's something that you meant.
Oh, Kadofi is just gonna.
I didn't know if I could trust you.
and Wesley is going to turn his back on him and just kind of look up to whatever speaker and just say,
Kadofi, come out here. This is silly.
You hear the door open, and Kadofi's just gonna like swing the thing wide open, and Ojin comes scurrying next to him as we just walk to the main room.
Castle is slightly less enthused about this, and he continues to drag the body that's with him. I'm just gonna grab one of these guys.
Did we lose Dan?
Oh shit, we did. Getting him back.
By did we lose Dan, I mean we did lose Dan.
We done lost Daniel. There he is.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Think like shit bed.
When did you leave?
The last thing I heard was when Wesley called out to Kadofi, and Kadofi started to answer, and then that's the last thing I heard.
Okay. All right. So the quick recap is Wesley played his hand as being Inquisition.
Okay.
The Freddy character is highly suspicious of Wesley currently, but Wesley gives zero fucks and is just like, just come on out here, Kadofi. So Kadofi has unlocked the door, and he and Ojin are striding towards the center area now, as Castle, much more suspicious, is dragging a body along behind him in sort of a defensive position. Like he's not right next to Kadofi just running out there all willy-nilly. He's ready to pull Kadofi back in case shit should hit the fan.
All right. Well, the minute I see Wesley, I'm just going to walk over and be like, Wesley, it is so good to see you. Thank the Emperor. We thought you were long gone by now. And by long gone, I mean dead.
And by long gone, I mean very dead. Let me see if I can find...
Kadofi?
What do you say?
I didn't think I would see you either. I was convinced you were dead. I was convinced I was dead.
Kadofi laughs. Ojin laughs.
Castle growls.
Oh, that's right. I don't have an icon for Dan.
Uh-oh.
Dan, I think, is currently held by Z. Oh, that's Ojin. No.
What was the one that you had for me before? It was it had a green filter on top of it, but it was that dude with the slicked back hair.
I know what you're talking about. Let me see if I can grab him from the other...
It's on the other map, I think.
Yeah, I see him. Let's see if this works. Paste?
Yeah, there he is.
All right, now let me make sure that that's you. That's ours, Barbosa, and take away that tint. Welcome back to being not weird colored.
Ooh.
I mean, ours are. Did you knew he was Inquisition?
I had my strong suspicions. I don't know that I knew. 100%.
I think you guys leveled.
No, I showed you my
about
rosette.
it directly.
I think you whipped yours out too, so I might have actually known you were Inquisition.
We talked about it directly, and it's been addressed.
Okay.
Yeah, between you two, but not between the rest of the
Correct.
Hard negative on us.
other
We
team.
have like a rosette that has like a split down the middle, and like we each have a half of it. It's like best Inquisition buds.
Yay! But the thing is, you guys have rosettes. Wesley doesn't. Neither does Kadofi or Castle.
Didn't you say we? I mean, if
You
don't,
guys
fine.
had the equivalent of the card that gets you into the gym for the Inquisition.
Oh, great. Oh, please take me seriously.
Yeah, I have this hotel key. FBI, let me in.
Okay,
So that's
no.
just the letter I on a piece of construction paper.
Oh wait, I
very
think I have an identification card, something like that.
I swear to God, if you whip out your dick right now.
Dude, that's what I thought he was.
Damn it, I forget where I put it.
I've got my thing hovering over Brony Cam off.
No, I was gonna say my my Native American ID card. It's just a
Oh, I
piece
was
of
gonna say
construction.
I have my Inquisition thing up on the wall right there.
What's that?
It's the topmost. I'm gonna put my finger like right up to it.
Oh,
it's
nice.
that. That's the Inquisition plaque from when Inquisitor Longshire was presumed dead.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Many moons ago.
So anyway, the not Scooby Gang is still kind of cautious about the fact that Wesley goes, "Hey, by the way, I'm Inquisition. Yeah, come on out, boys." And they're like, "Are you what?"
That's fine.
Okay.
Wesley can handle that.
Yeah, ours. So do I see them?
I
when I walk out
accept
there?
the
I will like vouch for him. I'll be like, guys, he's telling the truth. I know it seems ridiculous, but
Do I
it's-
see the
it's
others?
real.
So I walk out. I basically I don't know if I made this clear. I wanted Ogin, or I wanted Kadofi to give Wesley a hug. He was very relieved to see him.
Oh, you did not make that clear.
He's embraced Wesley, but that's when he was saying like, I didn't think I was going to see you again. Holy shit! In so many words.
We had whatever the Mechanicum equivalent of a tearful hello is. Definitely not tears, though.
All right, hold on. Give me. Oh, never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna see the rest of the gang here and just be like, "Who are your friends? Inquisition. Thank the Emperor. Finally, some friendly faces to see around here."
The Scout Marine has yet to really let go of his bolt gun. And he's still kind of incredulous. This kind of took everybody by surprise. The tech priest has moved behind the van to assess any potential damage, but this Sister of Battle has moved up next to Wesley. Is keeping a kind of inside his personal space.
I'm gonna go extra friendly mode and just say to them like, "Do you need assistance with anything mechanical? I am extremely well trained in the art of the human anatomy. I also can take a look at your rhino here. Or you have a chimera, right? Or is it a rhino?
Chimera.
I can take a look at your chimera here. I'm gonna see the other mechanicus guy going over there and be like, "Let me help you. Let us help each other."
She absolutely does not let you help her. You see all of her mechadendrites in like Doc Ock style swing to the front. Like,
Okay, well then you can enjoy your space, and if you need help, I will be here. Wesley, your friends are interesting.
Yes, well, I wouldn't quite say we're friends yet. Ours here and I have had a proper introduction.
well, now you guys know ours too.
Yeah, that's right. He was our money guy.
My friend over here essentially kidnapped me at gunpoint and brought me to the dwelling of some drug dealers that we were going to kidnap without any evidence that they were actually drug dealers as the scouring was going on. So forgive me.
And I'm going to turn and look at him and say,
I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
Which guy are we talking about?
the leader.
The not Freddy?
Yeah, the not
I don't know if
Freddy.
we ever gave him a name. We've just been calling him the Scout Marine. Did we?
Yeah.
I know she had a name.
I don't. Yeah, she's Chariot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Forgive me for not bowing to your less than stellar leadership the first time we met.
Damn, Kyle.
Oh, shit! Yo, this guy is like...
Old man is rattling on his head with his cane.
Doesn't give a fuck.
exactly.
He takes a step back and looks over towards the rest of the crew here, who are definitely on board with him. The, this sort of like guardsman guy takes a step closer, and Chariot comes up and puts a hand on your shoulder. And you suddenly feel something inside you go quiet. It's
Okay, I'm gonna turn to her, and I want to give her like a sweet look, like, oh, okay, and just say,
oh shit!
You and I have shared a pleasant relationship so far, but what you're doing right now is downright cute, and I don't like it.
and I am going to. She's got her hand on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I am going to do my trick on her, whatever the fuck it's called.
I
because she's
feel
touching me.
I feel as though I should elaborate on what I mean by you feel something inside of you like go quiet.
Okay, elaborate.
Give it a shot.
Well, I mean, it's you go to reach for that thing that has been your constant companion for your entire lengthy life, and find that it is suddenly deaf to your call.
Okay, then I'm gonna change what I want to say to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna say,
Would you silence the voice of the Emperor in my ear?
Ooh.
She brings her face down close to yours. Says, I'm not so sure that it's the voice of the Emperor in your ear. The true Inquisition is here doing the Emperor's work, and yet you spit upon it the way you do.
Define true Inquisition. How long have you been here? And what are your results like? My group has been here less than a month. Or however the fuck long we've been here.
Okay, I need to bring something up real quick. Lightning flash outside. I see lightning flash in Kyle's room immediately.
"Yep,
That's cool.
That's super
Yeah.
cool.
So
we
she...
share the same moonlight, Bushik."
Yes, you
How
do. Hold on.
romantic.
I'll be back in 2 milliseconds. 2 milliseconds.
Not an important moment, Bronny. It's cool.
Everybody raises their rifles and fires on Kadofi.
Yeah.
Um,
Just OG. Only
she-
OG.
So she does not release her grip on you, but she does, like, let go of her rifle, which is on a sling, like a shoulder sling. And she reaches behind her and pulls something out from like, latched onto the back of her belt. Is there any gut reactions here before we see what it is, or what?
I think we should wait and see what Kadofi. Well, am I the only one who could perceive this?
No. No,
Okay,
with
so-
the tension in this room could be cut by with a knife. So you've got Kadofi here to try and... So we should wait to see what he's going to do.
Yeah. Because Wesley wouldn't do anything. Wesley's not a fighter. Well, not exactly. What I'm more concerned about is Castle. Because Castle is more than likely... I don't know what state the P&V is in right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if he just
Shit's almost
pulled out and
empty.
shot somebody
I
right
apologize.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good thing Paul's not here because we've already been shooting.
Well, I have to be Paul, so we'll see.
I
I mean,
just brought
it's a
that
good
up.
thing. It's a good thing Paul's here because he's always rational and never shoots people.
So what happened is she is still gripping Wesley's shoulder, lets go of her rifle, which falls to her side on like a shoulder sling, reaches behind her to grab something off the back of her belt. Are there any like immediate reactions or before we see what this is or what?
I'm just gonna I want my okay. I put my hands up and my mechadendrite up.
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna say like, wait. Everyone here must understand we are servants of the Emperor. Fighting each other is serving the not the Emperor's cause.
Serving not the Emperor.
We have to keep a level head. Please. This all can be worked out.
She continues to stare directly into the back of Wesley's head, boring a hole through the back of his skull with her eyes, as she takes out just a folded wallet from her belt, and it falls open, and you can see the rosette. She goes, Inquisition.
Okay. We have something similar, but
So I'm good. Was that the big reveal?
That's what she had behind her. You know, in like, dude, what's it? In Mighty Ducks, when the guy reaches inside his coat and everybody's like, oh, he's got a gun. He pulls out like the contract.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to look at the rosette, and then I'm going to look back to her. I want to like relax and like ease back the tone of my voice and just say,
Look, I'm not questioning your credentials. I'm not questioning your appointment. I'm questioning the competence. And forgive me for questioning your competence when you've got this guy over here.
and I'm pointing to Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Steering us headlong into God knows what dangerous situation while the scouring is going on. We wouldn't have gotten out of this. We wouldn't be alive right now if I hadn't turned that car around and gotten us back here. So I think we deserve a little bit of respect around here. And I would thank you guys to put your guns away.
It is at that moment that the not Scooby has chosen to re-enter the room with a like a burlap sack in its jaws, dragging behind him. The Shaggy looks down at him, recognizes that the bag is full of drugs, takes a step back towards the back of the room and raises his gun towards just the center of the room. He goes, "What? We got the drugs here! This is them! Put up your hands!" Fred, a step back, raises his rifle as well. Chariot takes a step even in towards. She drops her rosette on the ground and just both hands on both shoulders of Wesley. Brony, give me a 1d100. Lower is better for you.
okay.
Oh, you lucky bastages.
What do I got?
You got a 43.
No, I know that. I'm saying, why am I
Oh,
rolling?
lower is... I just need somebody to roll. Because that means Paul doesn't enter the room at this moment.
Okay.
Thank God.
Because we know what would happen if Castle walked in.
God. Ah, fuck. All right, hold on.
Bushik,
Yeah.
can I use can I like reverse Winding Fate Chariot?
You are completely dulled right now. She is a sister of silence.
Okay. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that. Never mind. Okay,
Kadofi, I
so-
mean, you're right there as well.
I know. I'm typing.
R, is anything happening?
I'm gonna pull my gun out and I'm gonna point it at Chariot's head.
Oh,
And
shit!
I'm gonna tell her to like stop. Like, this is enough. They're on our side. Put your hands down. Everybody else, lower your weapons.
All right, so I'm immediately going to say, like, Kadofi's going to, like, look at the drugs, look at everyone freaking out, look at the drugs, look at everyone freaking out, and be like, why is this surprising to everyone? We are in the mansion of someone who is a massive millionaire in this hedonistic city. Of course, there are going to be well accepted drugs. Why is everyone surprised?
The Freddy continues with his rifle is still raised towards Wesley. It's kind of going back and forth between Wesley and Kadofi. And he, like, the statement hasn't really hit him yet, but he just saw ours, as far as he's concerned, turn coat. Hey, ours, listen, I don't think Falchions gonna be real pleased here with the way you're acting right now.
Falchion sent me here because you've been here for months and turned around nothing. This is the closest we've been to Dimitri in years.
Hey, what do you know about
You're
what we've been
ruining
doing
our
here?
chance. Lower your weapon.
Yeah, all right. You're farther along on the Dimitri.
The first person you've pointed your gun at today is a member of the Inquisition. This is go. If ever I get a chance to submit a report, this is going in the report.
Oh yeah, all right. And who exactly are you submitting that report to there, smart guy?
Interrogator Kai Denna, thank you very much.
Ooh, I'm gonna give that one to you because you had that on the tip of your tongue. I like it.
Nice.
Because I didn't remember his name. So he looks at Chariot, who definitely recognizes the name. And she like, the look is going around to everybody, and they're like, yeah, Kaidena. He was a bit quick on that name there. We all know what kind of a snake Kaidena is. All right, what was the ship you were on? Ooh.
It was the Endeavor.
Holy shit, boy.
Nice. Damn, Kyle.
He lowers his weapon and everybody relaxes. Give yourself an extra fate point tonight, boy.
That was awesome. That was fucking awesome.
Everybody's gun lowers. Chariot releases her grip, and the tension in the room just plummets.
Whew.
It's at this point that Paul walks into the room. Like he's lit another low stick. It's down to his stub. He tosses the merc, like pulls the merc onto the ground in front of him, and takes a stim vial out of his pocket and goes, "Hey, look what old Happy had here," and throws it on the ground.
Is there more evidence that needed than this?
So the guys are like holstering their guns now, and people are sort of backing off and taking the deep breaths that they haven't taken for the past 10 minutes. Like, yeah, you know, I guess that does make a bit of sense there. You said they had Dimitri. Is he still around here or what?
I believe we do. Why do you need him?
Well, this seems to be one of the only leads we got right now.
I have a question for you, my friend. What have you found down here? This whole planet seems to be corrupted with chaos, but we have not found any evidence, any shred that the dark gods or malefic energies are at work.
Yeah, believe me, you're riding our coattails on that one. You want to know why old asshole over here, he kind of like dips an elbow towards ours.
Ours hole.
Ours hole. Ooh! Well, ours hole here is so mad about us not finding anything. It's because that's what we've been looking for. Believe me, when we dropped into here, the conclusion was very much the same for us. And, we ain't found anything leading to that or corroborating that.
What do you
I believe I may be able to shed a little bit of the Emperor's light on that dilemma.
Ooh.
Chariot is still distrusting of you, so she's nearby, but not actively hostile.
So I'm going to look at her and I want to address her directly and say, you know,
I don't know in what way the Emperor has chosen to bless you, but I've become very familiar with how he's chosen to bless me. we've taken a trip beyond the veil and encountered some very horrific, heretical beasts.
The tech priest comes out from behind the van and holds up an obviously mechanical arm and goes, "Yeah, we've met much the same."
Okay, so
It's strange to take comforting in such a horrific shared experience, but there it is. Anyway, we came into conflict with them, and I literally came into contact with them. And what I found was that they were not born of warp energy. They were human. They had at one point been human. I found the memories of men, women, children, whomever. And what I found in their memories were kidnappings. These people were taken.
Oh my God.
Taken and stormed at night against their will. They were tortured. Some of them were killed.
I'm having the I think what is it in Jeopardy when you want to say the word?
You want? Are you thinking of Wheel of Fortune when you want to guess the puzzle?
Yeah.
yeah, the other one.
Boop boop, Brunny.
The fucking scouring is fucking somehow making these fucking things and putting them out in the goddamn veil.
Oh, ooh. But for what purpose?
I don't know. Holy shit.
I don't have any answers as to what that may be. I don't know who is kidnapping the people. I don't know what's taking them. I don't know anything except for the fact that it is not born of chaos.
Kadofi's gonna pop right at me like, this absolutely matches up with my analysis of the DNA. We took samples from the veil. I'm a medical mechadendrite myself.
I am a medical mechadendrite.
Wow.
I have studied the human anatomy my entire existence. I found no chaotic energy. It was all human, merged together. Something is very wrong on this planet.
They don't have any sort of medical officer, so they can't fight against you other than just like, so I mean, these things were obviously horribly misshapen and bent towards a sinister purpose. What's the point?
I do not know, my friend, but I think the answer is going to be in those towers.
Yeah, look, we've tried to get close to those, and there's a whole lot of defenses on them. Better people than us have tried, and ain't nobody made it in there and come back out.
You mean to tell me no one has made it into those towers at all?
Well, I never said that. I said nobody ever came back out.
We have to go to the towers.
Right. Look, I think you might be on your own with that one. Look, we got enough stuff to try and follow up on with this here bag of drugs. Look, you got plans for this place or what?
Listen, mister, pursuing this bag of drugs with a tower right next door is like going after a little boy who has jaywalked across the street when there is a serial killer literally living next door with bodies on his front yard. You have to understand the importance of these towers.
Look, I don't know what kind of evidence that you're pointing towards here, but if you go and mess up one of those towers, those are the terraformers for this planet, don't you know? You go and mess those up, you're liable to you're gonna knock the whole world out of balance here. As far as we know, those are the only things keeping the veil out there at bay.
As far as we know, what do you know about the planetary governor, if you don't mind me changing the subject very quickly?
I'm trying to remember his name. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Fortissimo never really comes down here that much. I've seen him once or twice in my time here, but outside of that, he seems like a pretty stand-up guy. He's always trying to keep everything kind of together here, and what can we say? Outside of the yeah, what
does the Adeptus Administratium know about the ridiculous sums of money being spent on this planet? The cities, the parties, the drugs, the tithes missed, I assume?
I mean, we talked to him about it. He said he was doing the tithes just fine, and everything seemed to be on the up and up when we last talked to him.
To him.
So Wesley is going to, at this point, look at Chariot and just be like,
You can't seriously be following this buffoon.
She looks back towards you and chain of command. He's the one in charge. Falchion says it, it goes.
okay. Wesley's just going to shrug and shake his head and look back to the conversation.
I'm just going to say, like, you have cleared it with the governor, but have you cleared it with the administratum?
Look, we don't have too many dealings with the administratum over here. We try to deal as little with them as possible. If things seemed like they were on the up and up with him, we saw no reason to pursue it. We had other leads to try and pursue with the whole chaotic angle.
Now listen, I understand the chaotic angle is very important to proving that your job is still important, but I think there is something, believe it or not, that's slightly even more sinister here going on than the dark god worship. And that is, there is someone manipulating the abilities of the mechanicum and technology, which can be even more dangerous than gods at times. Utilizing that, somehow gathering these people, he is building some sort of crazy army outside. The governor must be in on it. He is not reporting his money to the administratum. There's a lot of leads going on here besides the dark gods, my friend.
Exactly how do you know he's not reporting his money to the administratum?
Well, when we came here, it was reported as a death world. It was not high tithe.
I mean, it can be a death world and still not have a high tithe rate. It looks like a lot of what's going on down here is put right back into the city.
I think you are confused, my friend. I think if the Adeptus Administratum took one look at this planet, they would think the tithes are a little off.
I am more inclined to believe the planetary governor than I am to believe somebody who was, up until recently, hid their presence from us as inquisitorial agents.
Oh my god, you fucking retard. Everyone hides their fucking inquisitorial.
To be fair,
except for Paul.
To be fair,
To be fair, tattooed on his forehead.
We never hid ourselves from you. In fact, the only way you found me was because I went looking for you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, do you remember where you picked me up?
Yeah, we found you at the church.
Found me at the church. How did you find
Father
me at the
Measure
church?
told us you would be there. Rest his soul.
Yeah. I went looking for you. He told you where I was. You wouldn't know we were here unless I came looking for you.
Well, now it seems like we just
your
got a whole...
situation backward. You have your situation backwards. You just
Well,
said
look,
that
it just looks like we
hiding
got a whole
ourselves from you.
chain of miscommunications here.
No, he is right. You also are the one who's pursuing.
No, you! No, you! No, you!
Yeah,
Very
so
convenient.
Kadofi and Wesley are starting to like point in this dude's face and be like, dude, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking wrong. I want to roll a fucking intimidation check, essentially like to try and fucking...
Jesus.
Here we go.
Not intimidate like I'm getting his face. I'm trying to like have both of us like kind of throw his fucking game off. We're fucking in his face.
All right,
like,
both of you roll intimidate and we'll take the higher one.
We're telling him he sucks. We're calling him out. What is it? Fellowship or strength?
I think it's strength.
Is it just strength or can you use fellowship at all?
I don't think intimidation is fellowship. That's like persuasion.
Yeah, intimidate is strength. I'm not trying to intimidate him. I'm just arguing with him.
I'm trying to make him scared of this. I'm not trying to get in his face, but I'm trying to scare him with my brain.
You just said you were trying to intimidate.
I just fucking nailed it. Did you just see that? I just got a 10.
Oh my god.
Yes, I didn't even spend a fate point. That was fucking natural.
Okay.
This guy's got some serious like leadership character flaws. The first time we like encountered one another, I just like dominated him with a roll. And he was like, "You're right. Let's leave right now and just go back to the base."
Yeah. Well, you had a pretty damn good roll.
I just can't believe I rolled a 10 too. The same
All right.
thing. He's got two people like pointing out.
So the dude is starting to
Here's
get.
your leadership flaws. Here's what's wrong with your plan. Here's what blah blah.
So the dude is starting to get red in the face, and he's just fed up with your shit. He goes, "You know what? Fine. You want to go look at You want to go look at the tower? Be my guest. We're taking these drugs. We're taking those books. We're bringing in Dimitri. We're following up on the lead we got. You want to do a wild goose chase? Be my guest. Ain't nobody come back from that tower, and I don't expect you to either. Ours, come on."
I'm gonna turn to ours and just be like,
What will it be, ours?
Spot. Oh, Brony's in trouble. Brony's in trouble. He was
"You got
loud.
him too excited.
Yeah.
Way too excited."
Anyway.
Way too much excitement. Bronny, is there any way we can actually like play the game and like, you know,
Be loud.
have like, you know, your normal self without having to? Is there any way?
Someday
Like,
when I'm rich, I'll have a separate
Tuesdays-
house.
Tuesday's the only option.
Yeah. No. Someday when I'm really rich, I'll have like a separate house that maybe we'll use for B&Bs or something. And all Tuesdays I'll go over there.
B&Bs and D&Ds.
D&D, B&B.
Yo,
Anyway, so-
that's a baller idea.
Ours.
So ours is on the spot right now.
What is shitty waiter's name?
We're just gonna call him Fred. Fuck it.
All right, Fred. I'd be like, "Sorry, Fred. I'm with them on this."
Just like that, you're gonna go with these. You better at least give us the book so we can bring Dimitri in.
The whole reason I'm here is because you guys have been underperforming. Take the
Fred-
book, bring Dimitri in, do your jobs. You're welcome. I saved your skins. Now we're looking into the real leads.
Fine. You know what? We don't even need you.
Fred, I don't want us getting off on the wrong foot to make you think that we don't value what you're doing. The leads that you have are real. We've been following those two. It's why we've got Dimitri, and it's why we're giving in to you willingly. I think you should bring him in. I think you should follow up on all these leads and close the case however you see fit. But the reality of the situation is that there is something going on up in this tower. There is something going on with the lack of chaos presence here. And that needs to be followed up on. And now that we have enough manpower, I think we need to be following up on both cases. Does that make sense to you?
Look, these towers are sacred to these people. While I've been a bit suspicious of them myself, it's one of those things where you get close to it and you got a whole city turning on you. And if the rest of this world knew about it, they'd be turning on you too. Because
This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for, Fred. You said these people, these towers are sacred to these people. Whose drugs are you taking in?
No. I think you misunderstand me here. Whatever's going on here is clearly originating from outside the Veil. These towers, as far as we know, are one of the only things keeping us safe from whatever's out there. And you've seen it, same way I've seen it, same way she's seen it. Tech Priest arm. And if you go messing that up, and that Veil comes in any closer, you can bet your sweet ass that this place is coming after you. And I don't want to jeopardize the lives of all these people like that. We're going to continue following up our leads here. We got this son of a bitch who's been making all the drugs here. He's been cooking the books. We got a bag of drugs and somebody to put it on. But these towers, we take what safety we can find here. A death world's a death world.
Fred, I understand. But I must say, The veil of ignorance is a safety blanket for the average imperial citizen, but it is not the quality of a man of the Inquisition.
Tell me, what's out there? What's out there in the Vale, huh? How far you been?
You say what you will to make yourself feel better, Fred. But we will go our own way.
Oh, tell me this there, smart guy. You know there's another tower right in the middle of the continent? Huh? How come that's not keeping anybody, what's that one doing out there?
I don't know, Fred. But I think we will go look, because I think that is our job.
I wash my hands of you. Something tells me I won't have to wash very much, because you all are walking to your death, you hear me? Don't say I didn't warn you. Ours
Fred,
will tell
I hope
Falchion.
we
We'll
meet
tell. Ours? Look, we'll tell Falchion you went bravely, alright? Don't make us regret that.
I don't
Fred,
think you
I
have to
hope we
worry
meet
about that,
again.
Fred.
Oh, lots of people saying stuff. What?
Go ahead.
Ours? What did you say?
I said I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that, Fred.
Did you just say, I'm gonna go die bravely? I will!
Hey,
So
you
there!
don't need to tell the commander anything because I'm coming back. I'll tell him myself what I found.
Did you not just, we said you were, we're gonna tell him that you died bravely. Why, no, don't tell him anything yourself. You're gonna go,
No, I'm not gonna die.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills! No, you! Kyle, give me a D100.
Okay.
Lower is better for you. Oh, you motherfuckers. All right. These guys grab Dimitri from the next room, haul him, chair and all, into the van. They grab the drugs. Those go in the van. Everybody piles in, and they just like, beep, beep.
Wait, I got something. I got something.
Wait.
What?
I got something. I'm gonna commandeer Paul real quick,
Okay.
and I don't think anyone's gonna be opposed to this, and I think Paul would agree with what I'm about to do. Paul's got a shotgun, right?
Yeah, he does. Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna have Paul as they're dragging Dimitri along. I want Paul to like, who's been quiet this whole time. He's got the low stick in his fucking mouth. Smoke's coming up. As they drag Dimitri like past him, he's gonna walk right up to him and just gonna go, you know what the penalty for dealing drugs on my homeworld is? Boom! And just put a fucking entire fucking thing of lead right into Dimitri's heart.
Oh! Paul would do that! Shit! Man, this just de-escalated!
Oh, Brawny, you're a troublemaker.
Okay. We need to take a 5 here, so I can figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do now. Because...
Damn it.
That is legit what Paul would do. All right, we're taking a 5. Refresh your drinks. Load your guns, I guess.
Brawny, I can't argue with that. Bushik, before Brawny interrupted, I was going to interrupt and try to whistle and get the Cyber Mastiff to just come to me.
It wouldn't have worked. The
Would it have worked for 5 fate points?
you have noticed, however, that Chariot never picked up her rosette.
I was wondering.
That was your 14. Never noticed that she dropped that shit.
Nice.
All right, I will see you guys in approximately 5 minutes. 9:30 Windows clock time.
Show. Hope for show.
God damn it.
So that was a Paul move.
Yeah, totally was. And it's legit.
And do you know why Paul did it?
To prevent... Oh, shit! It was to prevent Dimitri from ratting him out as being the drug makers.
Nailed it.
You glorious bitch. I hadn't even considered that.
That was Kyle.
I will take credit for that.
That was
Really?
Kyle.
Bravo, boys.
I did not think of the solution. Brony came up with that very, very quickly, and I got to give him props because, yeah, that was a very good in-character solution.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was really good, guys.
That was some very good thinking, Kyle. That's why we make a great team, Kyle.
I don't know what
see
to do with
problem.
you right now, though. That's the problem.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we didn't do anything
Alright,
that offensive. We didn't do it. Okay, I got
You only shot the only live key witness that they had.
Look, they could still fucking show up to the Inquisition and say, look, we killed a drug dealer. Here is drugs.
I mean, one, they didn't... I don't think they thought that he was the drug dealer. They thought the mercs were related to the drugs, but... whoever these mercs were trying to get in here were drug related. Whatever noble in another city was doing the the pushing. They knew Dimitri was cooking the books and had something to do with it, but I almost feel like this slightly reinforces their notion that you're connected somehow, but they can't prove a thing now.
Well, that sucks to be them.
Well, I mean, do you think they're just going to take this lying down? They're going to do something, but...
They have to.
They have to do something. But it might not be now.
Fine.
Whatever.
If Fred attacks us with his known incompetence, I'm not too fucking worried about it.
Oh, God. Don't aggravate him, Brawny.
All right, well, while we're waiting for Dan, I'm going to pee real fast.
What were you doing?
I didn't have to pee then. I just started to pee now.
It's been 2
You're
minutes.
just apologizing? Who are you apologizing to?
Oh, God. Just a heads up, they have to get some XP after this.
They mean...
The group.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good to me. The past 24 hours would have really taken a toll on Wesley, that's for sure.
Yeah, you guys are going to have just a moment of relative calm. The fact that this place is littered with bodies and everything and brass is probably deterrent enough for anybody else trying to claim the space. Dude, I have all these students who are trying to get me to write letters of rec for them now, which is cool.
Nice,
I'm flattered.
Yeah, for college.
Mm-hmm.
I
love all these students too. They were great. So
yeah,
I'm honored to have been asked.
That's cool. So how are you gonna go about that? Like, you're gonna create like a template with like an intro paragraph with like a thesis missing?
I don't know, because two of the kids, there's one kid I feel like I should like pause the stream or something for this.
Yeah. HIPAA violation.
Yeah, they're all awesome. They're kids who were like I taught D&D to when I was there.
Cool.
And dude, they're great. They're sleepers. Not in the sense that they actually physically sleep. They're just one of them's
good.
Yeah, they're kids that sit in the back of the classroom and don't really like get into it the way some of the more boisterous kids do, but
right.
One of them is awesome at art. And whenever I had a physics test or a physics question, I would ask this kid to draw some pictures for it in exchange for like, hey, it's a heads up, it's about a car driving over a pond. So
Cool.
He would always draw these awesome things that I would put on the test.
That's awesome.
Yeah, these were
That's
like
a really good outlet for a student.
these kids were super good when they gave it. Like, if you could get them to give a shit, they were awesome. And I definitely got them to give a shit.
That's really cool, man. Good for you. That's
Yes.
that's an impressive feat as a teacher.
It can be kind of tough with with things like math, because you can't really spice up math that much. Bio you can, because bio's got enough bearing on real life that you can really like inject some shit that affects them daily. But logarithms,
As long as you don't have a
it's
stupid
like
curriculum, logs. You're like, well, let's talk about drug concentrations.
yeah, it's
Today we're going to talk about titrating EC50 or ED50 LD50s. They're like, what? Like, if you
I
take
had
this
to-
much of the drug, it will kill you.
I learn a shitload in like getting stuff ready to teach them. Like, you know, lowercase e.
Yeah.
You ever? I mean, like
Natural
it's
log.
yeah, it's 2.718, right? It's an irrational number.
Mm-hmm.
But you ever heard what it is?
Probably not. If I did, I definitely would have forgotten by now.
Well, I'm going to explain it to you because it's fresh in my memory and I feel like using it before I forget it.
Yeah.
Say you had money in a bank that's earning interest, and the bank is super good to you, and they're going to give you 100% interest.
What about 100% interest?
Yeah. So we're explaining a mathematical constant, Bronny. So they're going to give you 100% interest. Yep. So you invest $1. After a year, you have $2 in that account, which is all.
Yeah,
You have $2,000. You have $2 in that account, which is awesome. But as it turns out, if you say, okay, that's if it's compounded every year on like January 1st. What if you said, you know what? Compound it twice a year. You end up with like $2.25. And you're like, oh shit. The more pieces I cut it into, the more money I make. Do it every month. And then it's like $2.50 and you're like, it's on, boys, do it every day. And it keeps going up and up and up until if it's compounded continuously, every instant of every minute, you end up with, at the end of the year, 2.718. You end up with $E.
Interesting.
So that's, E is just this constant of continuous growth.
How do I make this money?
I did not know that.
So that's what E
Take
is.
Bush's physics class.
Oh, this was my algebra 2. Oh, yes. Speaking of which, I am officially faculty at Holy Ghost now.
Oh, shit, dude. No way.
Yeah, I accepted the job last Friday, I guess.
Dude, congrats. You didn't tell me that shit.
Oh, yeah. Kyle didn't hear it.
No good news.
I'm officially faculty at Holy Ghost now.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome. What are you going to be teaching?
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Like, I kind of don't know, and neither do they. They sort of invented a position to get me on board.
Dude, no more retard
Very
girls.
cool.
Stream. So.
That's Bushik. While you were away, Bushik was singing their praises, man.
Yeah. It's... For real though, so I just did algebra 2 there for 2 weeks.
At Ghost?
No, at the other school, and it was awesome because I didn't have fucking freshmen who were the worst. So yeah, it was really good. Anyway,
wait, congrats!
So
that's fucking awesome, dude. Seriously.
At Ghost, I am like the innovation coordinator. Which is like, they have this makerspace, they have 3D printers galore, and this big STEM initiative. Yeah, so they've got this lab, but no real idea what to do with it. That's where I come in. So I am I'm their resident mad scientist, is what I am.
That's great,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Dude, what a sweet gig. That's awesome.
Place for you to end up.
All right, boys, we got to figure out what's going to happen here. Because you
got 21 minutes.
Yep, you definitely just shot their key witness.
I didn't.
Well, Paul, or you as a group, just shot their key witness. So we're just gonna put Paul like over here next to Paul. I'm just gonna put a big old X.
Who was the Paul icon? Is that Dimitri?
That's Dimitri.
Okay.
Was past tense. So Castle walked up and just blasted him point blank. He immediately gets...
Pretty good one-liner, I thought.
Yeah. You know what the penalty is for dealing drugs on my planet? Kablam! Immediately gets tackled. Like the Cybermastiff is on him first. Just grabbing him by the arm, just mauling him. Gents, what's the course of action here? As everybody suddenly just... A gunshot has sounded. Guns are suddenly drawn again. Defensive positions are trying to be taken up.
All right, I want to take an initiative test. Just to see if I can do this really quick. Can my medical mechadendrite reach fucking Fred?
Give
me the
you.
old dose.
See what you get.
Oh my!
I'll take one against you.
It's like the gas station all over again. That boy, Barney.
We're back.
I'm fake pointing it. Fate
What the hell
pointing
was that?
Was that you, Kyle?
Wow, Kyle.
Is that
Jeez.
outside?
Excuse me.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah, I
thunder, or
was
was that
shaking
like
my-
somebody throwing a dumpster off the roof?
I'm shaking my desk. Can't believe we're still here live.
Crap,
Kyle.
man.
I thought Kyle
Yeah,
was literally
you-
like setting the scene and was doing that with his mouth. Because I wasn't looking at it.
That was like dramatic mystery movie, like thunder. Like, you know.
I'm getting that thunder
Sound
now.
of the
Whoa!
That's the sound of the PMV.
All right.
Um,
I also
Barney, what did you get for your initiative?
I rolled a 56, but I'm fate pointing
That's
at
not how
one.
you roll initiative. It's 1d10
Oh, we're taking
plus your agility bonus.
Okay, my agility bonus is 2. So 1d10. Do. Plus 2 is 7. Oh, damn it. All right, fate pointing. Because wait, lower is better?
Higher is better for this one, I think.
Fate point. Damn it.
Fate point again. This is
Fate point
critical,
again.
man. We got 20 minutes.
Ah.
It's meant to be. You lash out with the snake, and he takes a step back and raises his rifle again as a giant mechanical snake, like, near his face.
Oh my god.
God, Inquisition on Inquisition crime. Fuck.
This is what my campaigns always turn into anyway, apparently. So,
Sorry, Bushwick.
boys, let's do it. Let's get some Inquisition. Let's get some initiative up in here.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Let me wipe the turn order.
Earl Nate. Yeah, there's no way I was gonna get initiative
What
on
are you
him.
doing, boy? Hey, you want that? Okay.
my agility.
I guess I need to add turns, like, you know, screw it. We're gonna do. Wow, nat 10, an actual nat 10.
Yeah. Here.
Oh,
Out of order, Wesley.
Wesley just went full Abe Simpson and just fell asleep.
Wesley got a 1. Fred got a 10 or 11. Yeah, I got an 11. You know what? We're just gonna have to. We're gonna kind of wing this.
It's fine.
All right, ours, you're up first. What's happening?
Dude, ours is like just fucking gobsmacked. He just can't believe that even happened. Like,
Oh man,
he like literally has no idea what to do. Like, he was all about helping these guys out. They
Yeah.
helped him get to Dimitri, and then they just freaking shot him. And he's like, so I'm
after
he's
all
just-
you guys
he's-
did to try and preserve this guy's life, and Paul was part of the preservation team.
yeah. And then he just flat out shoots him like that. Like, I'm just stunned to inaction. Like, I don't know
Okay,
what to do. I'm being torn in like 4 different directions right now.
we're gonna do the entire your guys team first with Wesley at the end. So Kadofi, you're up next.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. So let me study the battleground a little bit. Cybermassive, those two. Who's this?
That's
me,
ours.
It's ours. Okay. And then Paul's right here.
Hmm.
Close.
He's under the Cyber Mastiff.
All right. Okay. So fucking Fred dodged my fucking spider bite.
Well, he just stepped back out of it, and you just misjudged the distance. But there's no question in that guy's mind that you just tried to bite him.
All right.
Oh my god. Such a savage.
Should I fucking try and bite him again, or should I
Dude,
throw
this
hallucinogenic
took a turn, man. Holy shit.
I'm gonna okay. So I'm trying to decide: do I try and bite Fred again? Do I throw a hallucinogen grenade at Fred, or do I just throw a hallucinogen grenade into the center of everyone here and see what happens? You know what? I should
Are you
probably.
actually posing the question, or
I'm debating. I think I'm gonna try and incapacitate everyone. That'd probably be the safest bet. Wesley, you take care of Fred. I'm gonna throw a hallucinogen grenade literally right in the middle of the entire group.
Maybe
Maybe
you
that's
say take care of Fred.
maybe that's not a good idea.
What exactly do you expect Wesley to do?
I don't know. Just run at him and distract
You want me to put him? You want me to put him into my kung fu grip? Like judo chop him?
Somebody who has the Dark Heresy 2 book handy.
Yeah, I got it.
You just open it to the hallucinogen grenade page, please.
Okay. Because I mean, we need to use them right now because we're fucking surrounded by people.
I love how just so quickly you just turned on fellow.
Okay,
It's
they
like,
started
we
going
finally got everything resolved. We're gonna part amicably, sort of.
I'm pretty sure this is 100% your team's fault.
It's Paul's fault.
Paul just shot that dude.
If Paul had been here,
Let's shoot Paul.
Paul absolutely would have shot that man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he would have.
All right, I'm gonna fucking. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna tell me in 3, 2, 1.
I take a fucking goddamn hallucinogen grenade and I throw it at Fred's face. I'm trying to hit him in the face.
Wing it at Fred's face. Give me I forget what these are based on.
My ballistic skill.
Yeah, give me a ballistic skill check to hit him in his face.
Oh god, fate point, fate point, fate point, fate point.
You've got to be out by now. Are you shitting me?
No, I wasn't. That was my last one. You can.
Oh my god. So you wing the grenade at him, and it looks like you fucked up initially, but it bounces off the rearview mirror of the van, and actually like hits him and he goes, ugh, and it hits him in the chin and sticks into his gorget, like that piece of armor around his neck, and it's just stuck there, and it's just like, like right into his face.
it's ridiculous.
God, the misadventures continue.
God, he's like, yes.
It's only one thing to do, boys.
The ghost of Hundo comes out and like high fives you.
All right, Bushik, should I roll the D10 or you to see what happens to fucking?
You should do it.
All right. 6. 6 is they've got it in for me. The character is overcome with paranoia, believing even it's actually kind of works. The character is overcome with paranoia, believing even his own comrades are out to get him. On the character's turn, his move must be to a position of cover, getting out of line of sight from any other characters. He remains hidden until the effect ends, and just keeps trying to hide as much as possible.
I mean, it is perfect, dude. He's just like your dog.
He is. Oh,
Sorry. It just came right out.
I think Paul is up next. Paul is trying to wiggle the dog loose. I'm just gonna give Paul a check to see how he's doing. He's not doing great, boys. He's desperately trying to hold onto his shotgun as a cyber mastiff is just tearing his fucking arm apart. He's taking some major league damage from this.
Paul picked a bad night to stop playing 40k.
My cat is standing on my book. Hold on. I gotta write. That's a lot of damage in this book. But Wesley's up next.
I think Wesley is doing what I'm doing right now. He's just watching it all unfold, and it's just like.
All right, so we've got two boys stymied into submission here.
Yeah,
two clenched.
Wesley is Chariot nearby.
She's on like essentially at the front of the van, but she hasn't reacted yet.
So we're still close to one another. I'm gonna look at her and just be like,
"You should not have blocked the Emperor's voice in my ear." Let me know.
Look at what you've done.
And that's all I got.
That's a D100 roll for her to see what she's gonna do.
She shoots.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Castle tonight.
She is pissed. She knows that not Scoob can handle his own, So she reaches back to grab her rifle. It takes a half a turn to draw, and she's just gonna fire from the hip. But you guys are at point blank range, but she's trying to put rounds into Wesley.
Oh,
no.
That's a definite hit, my friend.
Oh no.
You have a chance to dodge, I guess?
All right. I'm going to take that chance and... 42 on a 23. So what I'm going to do is spend one of my many fate points.
Give me a 1d10 to see if you keep it.
Sure.
Let's see what you missed. You missed a nat 10, boy.
Oh, wow. Oh, that would have fucked you up.
So she draws and just... Bop, 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 and you just...
I thought I was gonna get a psyker friend. We were gonna be able to do stuff. Nope.
Oh, she just this thing behind you, by the way, is supposed to be like a suit of armor. It's just boom, 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 boom. The helmet of it shoots off somewhere. Fred is up. Fred is gonna hide inside the van. And Dan, why don't you give me a 1d100? You haven't given me one of those tonight.
Boom.
Oh, dude. Fred is paranoid. Everybody is out to get him. The thing closest to him is the female tech priest. He like pops up over the driver's side door with his bolt gun and bop, 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 tries to shoot her.
Fred's lost it. He thinks everyone's out to get him.
Oh my god, a 78. Is it good enough? I don't think it is. He's got like a 34 ballistic skill, plus 20 for like point. It's plus 30 for point blank, isn't it?
Can I spend a fate point?
Yeah. It's gonna cost you 2 fate points. It's 954, whatever.
953.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll give you those 2 fate points.
I'll give you fate points.
Everybody chip in some fate points into the pot. Baroni, can you give me what the damage on a bolt gun is? I think it's like 1d10 plus 5. And it's tearing, so I roll like 2d10 and take the higher one.
Oh, looks like Ogene's getting an upgrade.
Well, one of those was a 1, thank God.
A bolt gun?
Yeah.
Bolt gun is its damage is 1d10 plus 5 explosive.
Fuck yeah, boy.
Pen 4 tearing.
Dude, come on, how good am I at the oh no, rending was what I said. Shit.
Oh no, so different.
Never mind, session's over. Goodbye.
That's it. So this dude, have you guys seen Elysium? I know I bring this up, but there's a part where he shoots a gun with exploding bullets.
We use the Elysium fucking
not the chem rail. Not the chem rail. There's a part where he shoots like an AK with exploding rounds at a guy behind a truck.
Oh,
and they detonate and it just So this Velma priest's face.
Oh god.
Just like right
No
across
more-
the nose. It's
no
not a
more
kill
sexy
shot.
pics.
This she's still alive. But you just like obliterated this chunk of her face.
How is she still alive?
She's a tech priest. Her systems are distributed throughout her body.
Okay, I forgot she was a tech priest.
Crater
face.
Now we're gonna go with the not Scoob right now. See how he's doing. He's doing awesome. Paul's gonna have some real fucked up arm after this. And I'm gonna have it be up. We're gonna have to have him roll to see if it's his dominant arm or not. Because that's gonna fuck up his aim if it is.
This is how he gets 7 left.
It happens. It's a shame there's nobody here who already has a mechanical arm that we could steal. The not Shaggy is lower is better for you at this point. He's going to try and wrestle the Cyber Mastiff off of him and grab the remains of Dimitri. And lastly, we've got Chariot, who, oh my god, dude, I'm rolling like a champ tonight. Here's like the Velma bot take a round to the face, turn around and try and grab her before she falls. Boys, it's back to you. We're going to start at the top with ours. Last round. Last round.
He's just going to be screaming like, stop it. What are you doing? And he's going to like try and just run for cover. He's not shooting anybody.
Are you going to run like south through those doors?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
All right, Kadofi, you're up.
Oh boy. So I already used one hallucinating grenade. Fred's already affected. I don't even have like an auto. I don't have shit. I guess I got Fred in the face. I'm gonna just try and leap forward and God, I mean, I guess I'll leap forward and try and bite fucking what's her name?
Chariot?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me your weapon skill roll.
Failed. I don't know fate points, so I didn't do shit.
I don't even know if she noticed because she is turned around trying to save that other person. She does not notice.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's facing away from you. Paul is up. Paul is trying to wrestle the Cybermaster off of him. Holy
Wait, did I hit her?
shit. No, you didn't.
Okay.
You fucking missed, boy. But she doesn't know that you tried to bite her. Your snake has just been like, Got it. Paul manages to get his legs under him and poof! Kick the Cyber Mastiff off of him as Shaggy, like, kind of grabs him by whatever cyber collar he's got. He issues some kind of a command code to drag everybody back onto the bus because shit has suddenly gone south. The Cyber Mastiff grabs hold of Dimitri by, like, the arm, and drags them both back towards the open door on the van here. Is there anybody else? Wesley, you're up.
Wesley is crawling out of the room the way that ours went.
Out you go. We're gonna. Did I run out?
We're just gonna hug and scream in the corner.
Put this back on. All right, it's them now. Fred is still tripping. He is. We're gonna say he snaps out of his reverie. Has no idea what he did, but he knows he's like in the driver's seat, so he slams the keys into this.
Hang on.
Starts.
Hang on. I'm not letting him off that easy. He needs to take a toughness test to see how long he stays under the effects.
Okay.
Yeah, he might just start shooting at everybody.
He's gonna stay in this for a little bit.
Okay.
Oh my god, dude. This is gonna be
effect
awesome and bad.
The effects last for 1 round plus 1 additional round for each degree of failure. So we're down 1 round. How many rounds do we have left?
He's got a toughness of 43, so he's got 2 degrees of failure, including the initial failure, or not including initial failure.
Okay, so that's for a total of 1 round plus every degree of failure.
Okay, it's 10 o'clock. I'm wrapping this up because y'all need to get your shit moving out of this place. So I'm assuming direct control right now.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna keep him tripping for a second because dude's in the driver's seat. He slammed the keys, puts this thing into gear, and as everybody's scrambling around the side of it, goddamn floors it.
Oh no.
He is going to Wesley, give me a roll for Chariot. Dan, give me a roll for Shaggy. Kadofi, give me a roll for female tech priest, and I'm gonna roll for Paul. Things aren't looking good for Paul tonight, boys. He's gonna be pissed when he gets back. Motherfucker got run over. Ours was rolling for tech priest, who is currently blinded, but Brony and Wesley passed their. Oh, you know what? No, that's better for you guys. So those guys are the ones who get, like, actually hit by this thing and get hit by a van. It's ours is that doesn't get hit. Yeah, ours. You were paired up with, I can't remember which one.
I thought it was Chariot.
Okay.
I was Chariot.
Yeah, so no. Wesley was Chariot. Ours, you would have been Shaggy then.
Shaggy, that's it.
Yeah. So he would have been like running around the front of the van as Fred floors it, clips him in the leg, just boom, sends him spiraling away. Paul tries to get himself out of the way as his leg gets run over by this van. Fred's in a bad spot, boys. But the van crashes into the end of this thing. Kadofi backs out of the room. Wesley and ours are both in the next room. The Cybermastiff and corpse of Dimitri pile into the van as they just pulls the rest of these people in here, slams it in reverse, and tries to peel his way out of this place. Are there any parting gifts that you're giving them on the way out, or what?
What about, like, the people outside that we haven't killed yet? Are there?
I narratively
auto guns or like whatever, you know?
I narratively killed them on the way in, but there definitely are still auto guns on the way out. Brony, why don't you give me a 1d100 here and just see what the auto guns outside do?
I was gonna say Kadofi is gonna like sprint to the auto guns and try and turn them on and flush these guys out.
Okay, then add a plus 20 to your roll here.
I got a 77.
So down to a 57 with your plus 20.
And my fucking damn, it doesn't do it.
All right, so these guys start to pull out of here, and it's just the guns start peppering the thing with rounds. But on the way in, they didn't do too much damage to the Curiosity Chimera. So this thing just starts spraying dirt and stuff into the house as it zooms back up the drive. The autogun's chattering after it for as long as they can. You guys run over to Paul, who has currently got a very fucking injured leg.
And arm.
Yep, and arm. His arm has been really severely bitten up by the Cybermastiff. Paul, or I'm sorry, Brony, what's up?
I want to fucking try and heal him.
You can probably stabilize him right now.
Yeah, do that. I want to give him.
All right, so give me your Medicaid roll.
Wait, it's actually not that bad. So I have intelligence 43. With all my pluses, I have to add them up. But with all my pluses, I think I fucking stabilized him. What?
Is it backwards?
No, that's
To
perfect.
the tower.
Paul and real hurt.
Real hurt. Yeah.
It says Paul Arm.
Paul arm real hurt. Okay, Paul's got a real injured arm and a real... Hold on, my headphones came out. A really injured arm and a really injured leg. You guys need to start considering what you're going to do about trying to fix that. Or just make sure that he's operating at full functionality here.
I'm pretty sure I have plus 40 to my Medicaid tests.
I think
Brony,
you
can
probably
speak up
do.
a little bit? It's hard to hear you.
And you've got your surgical kit and shit with you.
Yeah. So I have my medical mechadendra, plus 10. I have superior chirurgeon, that's plus 20. I have fucking what is it? Fucking yeah, and then I'm trained 2 levels in it, so it's plus 4. So it's plus 4. Plus I have a med kit.
All right, boys, everybody give me a D100. I'm going to take the shittiest of your rolls. Whoever rolled the shittiest. It's an 83. Okay. I don't know where that pen went. It's gone forever. This was a roll to see if the enemy tech priestess tumbles out of the van as they peel away, but she does not.
Damn it.
Scavenger for parts. Either way, they're away. There's a relative peace now. The chaos in the city seems to be dying down. We are going to gain some XP after this in your moment of relative quiet. So here's the deal. We're looking at something like 1,000. What is the last one I did for XP? Like 1,200 or 1,500?
I think so. We don't
Something
get a lot
like
of
that.
XP in this.
We're gonna go with 1,000. We're gonna give 1,000 XP all around. With an extra 200 XP for Mr. Kyle for expertly attempting to defuse that situation. Extra XP in the good way for you, Kyle.
Okay.
In a good direction for you. Okay. Boys, what's our plan? You've made some enemies. People you know that don't like you so far. The other inquisitorial team.
That's a bad one. They've got connections.
And resources.
Yeah, so that's a really bad loose end. That loose end is long enough we could hang ourselves with it.
Probably not going to help us.
Somebody who's probably not super cool with you, but not really an enemy, is Black Stripes.
Yeah.
That the pilot for the ship that went next door. But you have a course of action here. You no longer have the corpse of Dimitri or the books with which to incriminate him. So it's to the tower next week, boys.
So we lost all our evidence. We
Uh-huh.
lost our...
Your ticket
this is a productive
upstairs.
week for us.
It was a real good week. Real good week.
Guys, look. Not all is lost. Don't forget that Gaddafi still has 2 bags of tons of money. Okay? We still have the drugs.
Paul still has 1 arm and 1 leg.
But we're in a great city in a mansion. Okay? We can
He's a
spend
half man now.
we can spend the next in between sessions with tons of money and drugs and like good access to like a real city that's now getting repopulated. We can fucking arm up. We can fucking give Paul a fucking, you know, some maybe give him a fucking mechanical arm. Who fucking knows? Or fucking like whatever he needs. But guys, we're in a good place, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. Another inquisitorial branch doesn't like us. I'm sorry. That's called being in the Inquisition. Like that's part of the course.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing. They know who you are, where you are, and what you're capable of. So, and they've got resources and, you know, actual inquisitorial backing.
And we've got the Emperor on our side. So
Oh, okay. You're good. You're good then. Emperor really seems to be keeping an eye out in this place.
Dude, it's almost 10:10. What are you still doing here?
I know. How are you alive? I shouldn't be alive.
Kill your wife?
I shouldn't be alive. All right, I'm gonna go. Bye, guys.
Bye, bro.
Later, boys. Oh my God. What's going
Can't
to
believe
happen?
that happened. What a mess.
Part of
I'm
me
not
is like,
feeling very comfortable right
fuck. But part of me is like, that's absolutely what Paul would have done. And it really did close up a good loose end for you guys. Because, Dan, I don't know if you realized it or not, Dimitri would have ratted the fuck out of those guys.
Yeah. Once we handed him over, I whispered Ron, it's like, dude, how are we gonna make sure that Dimitri doesn't, you know, flip? And he was like, oh shit, I don't know. And then Paul killed him.
Thank God Paul was here to kill that man of his own accord.
Separation of player and character knowledge there.
I think, but to be like, so I knew that when
That's exactly
they told me
Paul
once
would've
Paul
done.
killed him, I was like, what the
Dude,
fuck?
Paul definitely that Paul would have done that for sure.
Yep.
Like,
And
That's definitely
it
what he
makes
would've done.
sense. I think Paul's character would have done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We got, what are we thinking we want to do for Paul's limbs? Because they're pretty jacked up.
I don't know.
I was
man.
really hoping that tech priest was gonna die.
Yeah, same. But that roll was just too shitty.
I mean,
So you could travel
I
to
don't-
March, or this could be
I don't want to follow. I don't want to give pursuit and finish the job. But
Well, something you've got to consider now. You've got Dan. You've got ours. And ours,
we know where
one,
they are.
yeah, like knows where the bunkers are. Two, you guys have a rosette now. You've got Chariot's card.
So with the rosette, I would imagine that there's probably a serial number on it, which would be attached to none of us.
True, but these things are so masterfully constructed that you could use it to get into bunkers. You could use it to get into to inquisitorial spot.
Key card. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so, the Inquisition's like, nobody could ever get one of these. Like, nobody could kill an Inquisitor by force.
Nobody would drop one or mistakenly leave it on the coffee table
Yeah,
at Starbucks or
they're
anything
way
like
too
that.
important for that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
You've got some stuff available
Paul's-
to you. And, actually, I hadn't considered that until just now. You've got facilities like high-tech, fully stocked places, other than Smiley Base. With this, like, because you guys were in the Inquisition hidey hole before.
right.
And you've seen what places like that are capable of.
Paul's injuries and wounds are probably too severe that will be prevented from just going over to this bunker and firing like a bunch of rockets in there. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? So, like, what would be the purpose of firing rockets into the bunker?
I just mean going in there and killing the rest of the
Oh, you might not know
Curiosity.
which one they're at. They've probably got secret hidey holes set up in probably every city. And you guys were at one of them.
Well, yeah. Okay.
All that was meant to be is like, hey, you've got places where they have really high-tech outfitted spots. You could probably get, if you wanted to do prosthetics for Paul, you could probably get those. Because they would be outfitted for Tech Priest.
Yeah, I just want to tape like a bunch of glow sticks together and make them like a peg leg out of glow sticks.
If we have spears, like explosive spears, we could take the haft off the spears and stick them to him. Yeah,
He's
you're
gonna
gonna
do
have
it.
to. He's gonna.
be so pissed, man. I can't wait.
He is. He's probably going to be like, if we decide to fix him, he'll probably be in a sling for the next 2 sessions, and have his movement severely inhibited for the next couple of sessions.
Is OG
Oh,
big enough
jeez.
to like be like a spider wheelchair for him?
It's not that big.
No.
Although, I'm gonna cut the recording now.